What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Rob Wilson, and welcome to Aspirations, Draw, Chat, and Chill. Hopefully, everyone had a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Mine started off as kind of like seemed impossible, but we managed to overcome the obstacles. I am thankful to be here with you. And yeah, this wasn't scheduled ahead enough of time to give everyone, prior notice. But yeah, I'm here. We're here. Let's make it happen. So as we know, San Diego Comic-Con happened over the weekend and covered most of the stuff that at least I saw on between Thursday and Friday. It wasn't too bad. And then we got I don't think there was anything on the mutants, so that got 86'd real quick. I'm sure Marvel will change the name of it. Hail General Piggy, what is going on, sir? Just trying to strive in 2022. That's the best way I can put it, and it's not easy. It is not easy. Life is full of obstacles, and yet we are here. So yeah, we got the Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I mean, I'm interested to see what they'll do with it. Namor, to me, that's a throwaway. I mean, I kind of checked out with him years ago, back when they hinted about him in Age of Ultron. So he's kind of whatever. They made him, additionally ethnic, whatever. He's supposed to be Marvel's first mutant, and he's showing up now. I did see something about, what was it? Felt like Aztec Namor is going to be the worst part of the Black Panther 2. I mean, they don't really look that much in shape. It's just like, hey, you're hired. Put him in the, Atlantean uniform, and let's call it a day. So they, yeah. It's tough with that character because he should have been there a long time ago. There's a lot of ifs, mights, and maybes, and they're working on this behind the scenes and all that. This is what we got. So this movie will most likely focus, well, hopefully it should focus predominantly on, the passing of the mantle. We know Marvel loves passing on mantles. But for this go round, it's for an obvious reason. We lost late great Chadwick Boseman, perfect casting to play T'Challa, the King of Wakanda, which was introduced as a prince in Captain America: Civil War. Still one of the greatest MCU movies for the history books. Prior to Phase 4, which was, well, we know how it turned out. Phase 4 is, a mess. But those were the glory days at the MCU. And T'Challa, Wakanda, Chadwick Boseman, you know, that whole lore was part of it. You know, they definitely held it down against the forces of Thanos, you know, and his army, because Thanos just always got an army. He got a army. He'll pull out an army like that, literally. So we'll see what happens. You know, it seemed pretty good. You know, as far as the trailer and everything. But yeah, let me go ahead and start drawing, and I'll keep talking as I start drawing. So yeah, I mean, will I go see it in theaters? Maybe. I most likely will. But the MCU is just left such a bad taste in my mouth. I literally would be going to see what they would mess up. And that's not a good reason to go. I don't think it is. And it's tough too because like if the movie's bad, then you know, in good conscience, you feel bad for bashing it. But this is what they allowed to get to. You know, General Piggy said, you know, if they really wanted to honor Chadwick Boseman, they put someone in the suit who sounds like him, never reveal who it is, even though that would still have its issues. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they could do him like Spider-Man. Have him leave a mask on. But everybody would want to see the face. And if they did CGI Chadwick Boseman, you know, that's hit or miss. Because we know how Disney has been hit or miss with, what do they call it? Retrofine or something like that. Characters like that. So that's the tough part. It's like kind of damn if you do, damn if you don't type of thing. It is a tough situation. However, do I think they could pull it off? No. No. I mean, the nostalgia for, you know, the loss, the mourning of Boseman, that's going to be the main thing everyone's going to focus on. And if that goes well, the worst of that movie will probably be forgiven. Just because that's what everybody's going to see it for. You know, how are they gonna treat, you know, T'Challa and fade in Shuri? How are they going to do it? The how is going to determine whether or not it was good. Well, I mean, the one saving grace they do have, yeah, that CGI thing is an option I forgot about. Yeah, I hope they don't do that, because they messed up Princess Leia pretty bad off of that. They messed up Princess Leia and made Grand Moff Tarkin look, you know, not bad. So it's better they just go ahead and have some kind of natural fade out. I mean, if they weren't such sticklers about it, they could have just had Wesley Snipes take over as T'Challa. I mean, they could put him in for a movie or two. Have this one, he teams up with Shuri. They're both Panthers. Snipes still know his stuff, but Marvel didn't want to do it. Just like they turned him away for in being in talks with a Blade movie. You know, Marvel's all about burying the past that they didn't help create, that they didn't create. Period. That's what they're good at doing. So we shall see how they handle the Black Panther. You know, Forrest Whitaker brought the character in, you know, very, very well. sacrifice his life for the character and everything. But Namor, it's almost like why? You know, it's good they brought back Angela Bassett, you know, because Angela Bassett, that is the queen. That is the queen. Even in American Horror Story, that was the voodoo queen that served Papa Legba. Oh, na na ho. Oh, na na ho. Oh, na na ho. Oh, ba ma ma ho. Sorry. If y'all ever seen American Horror Story, what was it called? Was it Coven? It was one of those where Angela Bassett, she was like the voodoo queen of from New Orleans or whatnot, and she has some special powers. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a tough one. I wonder how people will be able to handle it emotionally. Namor, no more. The man ain't get. The character didn't even get his own movie. They were like, "Yeah, we're not. Marvel's like, we're not spending a bunch of money to have people work out anymore. We'll just take you as is." So, I don't really expect that guy. And let me look up something too, because I think that's the same guy from. That's the same guy from the Forever Purge. Let's see here. Black Panther cast. Because, I mean, they killed off Claw so early. It's just like... Killmonger literally killed him. Way too fast. But I think, to a degree, this movie should be in good hands compared to a lot of the Phase 4 stuff. Just because they brought back Ryan Coogler, who's been on a roll. Let me see, we at. Okay, Tenoch Huerta. So let's see. Yep, that's him. Forever Purge, right there. Boom. And he was Inspector too. Had no idea. But there you go. Yeah, I remember he was in that, and they kind of showed the concept of American and Hispanic working together to deal with the country being taken over by those that wanted to do a purge forever. So that's how that went. It was better than I thought it would be. But most of the Purge movies do exceed my expectations. I'm just thankful knuckleheads on Capitol Hill haven't invoked any kind of legislation like that yet. Let's see. I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah, that's the last one. See, I disregarded the Forever Purge because I asked somebody, I said, what is a prequel? It looks like it takes place during the West. And they were like, yeah. I was like, see, I'm not going to watch it. And they were clearly wrong because it took place modern day. And, well, I don't want to give it away. You see, I still need to catch up on all the purges. Just saw the first one. Yeah, they have a unusual chronological order. Like, the first Purge, which is the third movie, takes place, you know, as the first one. And then you have the first movie called The Purge. That takes place, I think, after that. Then you have Purge, The Purge Anarchy. That takes place after that. And then you have The Purge Election Year. And that takes place, that's like that's the third movie. And then the fourth one, as I said, was the first Purge. And then the fifth movie is the Forever Purge. And then they got two seasons of TV show too, which ain't bad. Let me see. I still need to catch up on all. I read that. Yeah, they don't need to drop the ball on Black Panther. I mean, that's all they got. You know, they dropped the ball on Love and Thunder. Well, we knew that was going to happen. They dropped the ball on Multiverse of Madness. I mean, like, that could have corrected so many things, but they were so determined to make sure they erased the history of Tony Stark. Spider-Man Homecoming. That was another, that was a nostalgic, oh, not Homecoming, but No Way Home, where they erased everyone's memory. So that way no one would ever know Spider-Man again. Spider-Man got his own reset, yay! You said you don't care about spoilers? Yeah, that was it. Yeah, me neither. For the most part, I don't really care about spoilers unless it was a vicious and tight, you know, MCU movie or TV show, but those don't exist anymore. Let's see. With Forever Purge, yeah, it took place modern day, and the founding fathers, they still went back to their old dirty tricks, and then yeah, there's some folks that were saving up money to take back their land. You know what that sounds like? This here's MAGA country. We taking back America. Let me stop. But no, I thought it was pretty decent for what it was. You know, it was almost like America was so overrun that you had to go to another country. Yeah, that Spider-Man No Way Home was the last Marvel movie I watched. That was closure. That was about as good to closure as you could get with that movie, because whew, all the stuff that came after that. And for everybody that keeps thinking that Moon Knight was a great TV show, it wasn't. You know, if you just saying it just to say it, that kind of funk has been faked long, long ago, and it don't work no more. You know, when I think of, because I was thinking about it too over the weekend. That's why sometimes I take a break from streaming, because I go deep into thought. They took her Jeeves. I go into deep thought with a lot of stuff because, you know, even though I'm not much of a fan, you know, I got to think of content and things to talk about when I come and talk to you guys, you know, for anyone who's listening. But I was considering the fact that, you know, okay, they're bringing back, was it X-Men 97, Magneto in a onesie, which was in a comic book, to be fair, but for some reason they want to bring that back too. Professor X is, you know, off-world with Lilandra of the Shi'ar. I always thought she was hot. She was a hot alien. But with all the stuff that's going on now, and then Cable's been playing Wolverine over and over, like The Wolverine, which was a pretty terrible movie with the Silver Samurai. but the action made you forget how bad it was. Like the train fight, awesome. Wolverine fighting ninjas, great. But it's getting to the point now with the Fox Marvel movies, in retrospect, are starting to be better than freaking the current MCU movies. Yes, that is my opinion, but I'm telling you, like, again, paying for suffering ain't cool. Not in my book, at least. Some people might enjoy it. I'm not one of them. I am just not one to enjoy paying for suffering. In this world, suffering is already free. And you want me to pay for it too? No, thank you. Yeah, so, like, I got this thing where I saw, what was it? X-Men, Wolverine X-Men Origins, the uncut version. That movie had some of the best dialogue between Sabretooth, um, Wade Wilson, the birth of Deadpool, and Wolverine. Oh, and Colonel Stryker. The guy that played that Colonel Stryker, he was like the best Colonel Stryker, I think. He was absolutely committed to the cause. So when I look at like Richard Donner's work, again, same studio or production team, Richard Donner production, that produced the first, I think, 2 Superman movies, something like that. It's like, bro, how you gonna combat that? Like, there isn't enough CGI to do that. So let's look at the track record. You CGI Jane Foster's biceps and shoulders, because she ain't trying to work out like that. She ain't trying to get too buff. Because she got to think about the next role she's doing. Christian Bale flat out told you, that's impossible for me to get all bulked up like that as Gore the God Butcher, because I'm coming off another movie. And I don't know what's going on with that G-string and all. He kept saying that in the interview. It was so funny. He was like, some unusual stuff with all that G-string. I'm not wearing that. He said it real low key. It was cool. But when he stated that, taking control of he's been the Batman, one of the best Batmen, or been in the best Batman series that has ever been out. Oh yeah, they boned Deadpool though. I know, right? And that was a driving force. That movie literally was like the driving force for what's his name, Ryan Reynolds, to say, okay, I'm not done. Green Lantern, mistake number 2, and still he was like, I'm not done. I am going to push and push and push this Deadpool movie. And what camp did it come out of? Fox. How many Phase 4 MCU movies are better than Deadpool 1 and 2? I'll wait. Besides maybe Spider-Man. I'll wait on that one. You just let me know. Because that Fox production of Deadpool, I'm just saying. Maverick was way off in the first movie. But Juggernaut was straight up accurate though. Just saying. And we thought, hey, Marvel buying buying Fox, that's going to make things better. It didn't. It absolutely did not. And it's a shame. It's a true shame. Because the potential was there. And former fans like myself kept saying, hey, they just need a chance. Give them a chance. Because we know what Fox produces. Crap! And now, now that they got the properties, freaking Marvel Studios is producing crap. So that's just how that is. But yeah, hopefully everyone had a great weekend. I had a pretty good one. In retrospect, got a chance to recollect, think about some things, see what are the next steps I need to take. Shout out to the Comicsgate group on Twitter because I did ask to see who the some of the best writers are, and I hope to be finding an ideal one for some stories I got. That'll free up my hands to do more drawing. And figure why not, you know? A community that thrives together. I mean, look at the folks that, SJWs that just got Dave Chappelle's show canceled. Somehow they managed to thrive together at the cost of other people. That's not cool. You know, I don't know how much time Dave Chappelle's got left. You know, freaking SJW's attacking him. I don't know, man. I hope he's not a marked man. I hope not. His last special was so funny too. He said, yeah, those Deadpool movies were awesome. Yeah, like the Deadpool movies were so good. They put pressure on, what was it, the Logan movie, right? To be rated R, and it was. And Disney still ain't learned. They were like, oh, we're doing it for the kids. But now they're sneaking in adult themes. They cray. They really are. So yeah, freaking Chappelle, man, he's just doing his thing. I'm gonna come back to that. But yeah, that name of the game of just canceling people, it's like, bro. They seriously, there has to be a point where that stuff is illegal. Oh, I definitely gotta mention this because I saw this. I'm gonna come back to this in a minute. We got time. Let me see. Yeah, this right here, man, this is crazy.
System. It's not only affecting commuters, it's also endangering the members of the NYPD assigned to protect them.
We have some newly released video
This is
tweeted
wild
out by
right
the
here.
Police Benevolent Association. It shows a 16-year-old
I
boy
was
here
like,
warning,
bruh.
beating officers after they confronted him for allegedly jumping a turnstile. The suspect
For
was
real?
arrested but was back on the street in less than 24 hours. Fox News' Briella Thomas said he has more from Times Square. Briella, what's the very latest on this?
That is crazy.
Yeah, Bianca and Rosanna, good morning to the both of you ladies. And that's why it's not really surprising to hear that in the MTA's June customer survey, safety was at the top of the list of what needed to be done to improve customer satisfaction. Now, after the COVID-19 pandemic, 1 in 3 strap hangers stopped commuting full-time altogether, whether it be for crime or for other reasons.
Every once in a while we have reports of pretty much someone being shot, someone being stabbed, pushed on the train tracks.
Subway ridership is finally rebounding in the city's push to return to normalcy, but according to commuters and cops, so is crime. This viral video posted to the Police Benevolent Association's Twitter page shows a 16-year-old boy grappling with an officer who allegedly confronted him for jumping a turnstile at the 125th Street Lexington Avenue station in East Harlem. The teen, who police say was previously arrested for possession of a loaded gun and robbery, was briefly taken into custody and released the very next day.
It is getting a little crazy down there.
And over the weekend, police say an intoxicated man harassing passengers at the Sterling Street station in Prospect Lefferts Gardens was stabbed after getting into an altercation with another man. The response seen here on this Citizen app video. That man was taken to Kings County Hospital in stable condition, but the suspect, seen here in a black shirt, gold chain, and camouflage pants, got away.
Is able, if there are funds within the city, to have a police officer in each car, maybe that would help bring some sense of safety.
Commuters' concerns about safety were on the agenda at the MTA's monthly board meeting yesterday morning. Board member David Mack asked the following question to Chief Safety Officer Pat Warren.
What have you done as the Chief Safety Officer to encourage more MTA police officers?
To which Warren responded,
"We have seen growth over the last several years, particularly coming out of the pandemic, of several hundred officers just in the last, since January."
Riders say they're also worried about homelessness underground. The MTA conducted a survey last month which found 1 in 5 people would ride the subway more often if fewer people were acting, quote, erratically.
There's a lot of homelessness that's really relevant now, and it's every day, all day, in the trains.
The overnight period going into the morning rush hour is when the most people are observed sheltering in the subways. The end of a line program represents a significant effort by the MTA.
Bro, that is crazy. New York City has become literally Gotham City. And when that happens, because according to DC Comics, you know, Batman, he didn't even stop people that were rioting and looting. He doesn't do that anymore. He'll let the criminals keep going. Is it something we don't know? Batman? You're so busy getting your thrills on the side and flashing back about your thrills on the side. You don't care about fighting crime no more? Oh yeah, that's right. You got bigger fish to fry, right? That's how it goes. Hey, if Batman ain't putting in work, damn. See, we need Phoenix Jones back. What's going on, Alpha Proto? Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the stream. Something I'm trying to do. I have no idea. Just trying to put together some concept art. But yeah, they New York is off the chain. I wouldn't even want to visit there. If you're out in New York, man, be safe. Armor up. Take a martial art. It's the people who are writing these heroes. They have a twisted sense of morality. Yeah, for real. They off the chain. You know, for people that's dealing with that stuff, like, y'all really got to band together like a community. Because I don't see it stopping no time soon. It's like, how many industries can be hijacked now? You know? Ain't too much left. I say it's better writing villains, but then we get the Red Skull starring Jordan Peterson. Coming to America, Trading Places, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters 1 and 2. That's how I still envision it. Yeah, those were the classics. Yeah, you said I used to want to visit New York growing up in the 1980s. I would see it in all the movies. Hell yeah. You know, New York was, you know, the Big Apple. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. You don't see Jay-Z out there talking about New York no more. Jay-Z be in hiding. Him and his dreads, he'll pop up after he accomplished something. But after that, he'll go back into his bunker. He ain't putting up with all that. Shoot, Jay-Z in the streets, they probably try to rob him too. Streets ain't got no loyalty right now. And since people that get arrested, it's worse than like in the Batman comics. Because I mean, what was the thing that some villains would say? You know, you catch me, and then I'll get out, and you do it again and again and again. You know, Wonder Woman, she told Batman one time, I think it was during Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Trinity. She said, you still have villains because you catch them and then they get loose. But I don't have any reoccurring villains because they're dead. So, with all this fiction bleeding out into the real world, because nutcases are hijacking our stuff, hey, watch your back out there, man. This is crazy. I had a dream of working in the Marvel bullpen, living in New York, walking into the building, getting ready to draw pages for Deadpool, and the dream died when they stopped taking open submissions. But the Marvel I wanted to work for died years ago. Yeah, true that. You know, I wanted to submit some work for Marvel, and I saw the contract that they had where they said, you know, submit your original character designs, and you agree to submitting them if later on down the road one of these characters looks like something that we created, you know, you can't hold us liable. I was like, oh, this is a contract to legally steal my stuff. Nope. I said, nope, I ain't submitting nothing. You know, that's how they run the game now. And Disney's not much different. That's why I guess the merger was such an easy move. Because you had two types of professional thieves out there. And not all of them. I'm talking about Disney as a corporation. Marvel as a corporation. Professional thieves. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got. I get it. Some people, they want to work there just for the name recognition. Still Stan Lee was a forever beacon of inspiration to so many people. And I ain't trying to give no low blows or nothing, but it just seemed like once he had passed away, like Marvel Studios was like, okay, we can do whatever we want now. You know, he made it to, what was it, Infinity War, and he made it to Endgame. And then they just opened the floodgates on SJWs, just going buck wild, man. Did you see that all at San Diego Comic-Con? Did you see that all cast team for She-Hulk? All women. That's great. But like I'm saying, you go from one extreme to the other, it doesn't make the situation any better. But, you know, they're going to dog Hulk. Hulk already did himself in. The way Mark Ruffalo is, he's Mr. Passive. You know, Harley wants to fight, merge together. So now Hulk is like a wuss. Marvel must have not wanted Stan Lee to talk about how they were treating his character. So they went into, yeah. Yep. Classic case, man. You know, that's one thing that's unfortunate that Marvel knows all too well, is that the corporate agenda will live on beyond any one person. And as long as they get the right people in there, they'll just desecrate all of his work. So yeah, and here I'm just working on some concept art, some bots that I'll be adding to a comic book which takes place in the future. So you gotta have some good bots for that. You gotta have good bots. And speaking of 80s, as you said earlier, Alpha Proto, yeah, I'm an 80s kid, so, you know, you couldn't pull me away from, you know, Ghostbusters, even Ghostbusters 2. And for some reason, like, people randomly don't like Ghostbusters 2 now. I'm like, shoot, you crazy? With that soundtrack? Shoot. That was the truth. We get it. We get it. You know, Vigo the Carpathian, probably not everybody's favorite. But he did his thing. You know, it's the last one that had Harold Ramis in it. So, still gotta give respect. We're gonna see at some point when this industry does break, because it's bending heavily with the success of Eric July, the successes of Comicsgate, the Comicsgate Kings, you know, all the stuff that they do. The industry, all the top folks working, you know, for the worst two, as I call them. It's gonna break, and I envision it as when Metatron shut down heaven and all the angels crashed to Earth. I imagine it's something like that. From Supernatural, the show. Definitely appreciate the likes and love. Thanks for stopping by and you know, dropping comments. Please share this as well. I try to keep these rolling as much as I can. whenever time permits. Probably gonna have some more character concept art on the way, because I do need to produce another comic book before the end of this year. And my first one was a trial run. Hopefully it'll be better next go around. I'm not too keen on promoting that one, even though it is available, but it's not my best work. But this is why we constantly practice and strive, you know, to get to our best work. So as we come toward the end here, because I have got to refill my car with this expensive gas. Oh, we got some. Hold on. There's some folks over on Twitter. Oh, I'm sorry, on Twitch. Who is this one guy? The real fascists are the people we can't make jokes about. Oh, good point. Num 4 NYC is messed up. My bag, I missed these. Let me look at my Twitch chat. It's supposed to be unified chat, but it's not trying to. Oh, there we go. Now I'm starting to get them. I said, Robbie G, what's going on? And Num 4D, what up? What up? Thanks for stopping by and dropping a comment. Feel free to like and share. So let's see. Got a question for you. Do you think Black Panther in this new movie will also die of cancer, or will they go a different route? There's a lot of talk about that after the trailer. Honestly, I don't know, man. You know, I'm looking at it without any preconceived notions. I know from that trailer, like, Namor's a bust. Yeah, that's, to me, from what I see, that's already a failure from the beginning. Because it's a diversity push more than an actual character, which he should have been out there a long time ago. He should have been out there fighting the Avengers, stealing away Sue Storm from the Fantastic Four, but unfortunately, it's not that kind of movie. But what happens to T'Challa? I don't know. I prefer not to speculate because I'm going to try to look at it objectively. And try to take it in for what it is, you know. Hopefully it's like, turns out to be a pretty good tribute film. But I don't know. However way they do send him a good, you know, they send him off in hopefully a good way. Kind of like the Stan Lee cameo. Hey man, make love, not war. You know, that was classic. So I'm curious, but I really can't draw any speculation off of that at all. As much as I would even love to, but it's difficult. So let's see what we got. Marvel. I read down one. Alpha Proto, Ghostbusters 2 was not my favorite. I watched Ghostbusters cartoon. Oh yeah, the real Ghostbusters, right? that made me a fan. I was happy to have the movie, but the baby element made Ghostbusters 2 feel childish, and I was a child. Fair enough. If Marvel was smart, Black Panther 2 would be set up during the blip. That would give Marvel time to recast. It's true. That's a tough call. Excuse me. Yeah, that was a tough call. And, you know, who knows how many people actually knew that he was going through it. He was dealing with those issues. I know him and his family kept it kind of quiet. Robert G said, that's fair. It'd be interesting to see it. I never could imagine any character dying of cancer, but now they have a history with the Thor movie. Oh, yeah, Jane Foster. Yeah, I didn't see Thor Love and Thunder. Just cause I didn't see it. I'm sorry, but I heard it was pretty fun for some, and it was pretty disappointing for others. So I had a feeling I wouldn't like it, so I just, I'll see it somehow, but taking that time out to go to the movie theater, that's 5 minutes away from me. That's too much work. Let me stop. In the words of Leonidas, I would kneel, but slaughtering all those Persians in 300, the movie. That's what I'm talking about. 300, the movie. Which, apparently, from what I can tell, it seems to be Zack Snyder's only good movie. That's it. I will see the movies eventually, but I don't want to give Disney a more. That too, that's the other reason. That goes back to one of the videos I did before. Paying for suffering. Oh, sorry, not to spoil, but you do know the story. Yeah, Jane Foster doing her thing. You're always one of the first to see the movies, and there have been a bunch of weeks. Exactly. That showed my dedication. One of my early streams, I showed every single MCU movie collector's coin that they had for the fan events, from Thor Ragnarok all the way to Avengers Endgame. So I got like six coins, and I stopped collecting them from there. Yeah, like after Endgame, for me, that was, I saw Spider-Man and all that, but chasing all those movies, that was a lot of work. With the Black Panther one, I had to get a rain check and call the movie theater and tell them not to give away my coin. I was like, I don't want a refund, but just hang on to it. I'll get it, I'll watch the movie another time, but I can't make it. So they were kind enough to do that, and that was part of my collection. So but yeah, now I would much rather pay a writer to help me write a good comic, or the kind of comic that I would want to see. I gotta be my own fan first and foremost. Some people may like it, some people might not. Customer feedback is important. But unlike Marvel and DC, I must make sure I do not compromise my ideals in that process. Because when we give in to the mob, it is not much different than trying to negotiate with a tiger or a lion when your head is in its mouth. Sorry. That was from Churchill, Gary Oldman's version. As you can tell, I'm not that good at it. But yeah, That's one of the reasons why like I haven't gone to see much. The last one I saw was Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and that was because me and my pops we went and saw it, and I was like, all right, well let me check this out in 3D. It's got to be even better in 3D. It wasn't. Let's say, I still love the characters Marvel and Disney has, but I have to get my stuff used. Old comics and movies. Can't let them cash in on my nostalgia and use the money to say they hate me. Precisely. Precisely. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, they could have saved themselves a lot of trouble if they just followed the comics a little bit more. You know, that whole using, you know, all this toxic fandom. Like, come on, every fan can't be toxic just because they disagree with you. That's a contradiction all within itself. You know? But I gotta go ahead and get the hell off of here, man. I gotta refill my gas tank before I end up going to work and freaking, yeah, sitting in traffic in the morning on E. So, let me see. Tomorrow I most likely won't be back, but I'll be back Thursday, and we're gonna shoot for Friday again. You know, try to make it happen. Thanks, I appreciate it, man. You know, I'm just trying to put together some, you know, background stuff in this world building that I'm doing. So I'll be sharing a lot more in the future, but I figured this was like a good filler for today because I do have some concept artwork that I can't show, and I got some posters that I'm working on too as we head into Fairfax Comic-Con next month. So I will be there for the one day because they split it up, assuming they don't shut down the country again. Because if they shut the country down again, tell my baby Jasmine that I'm nobody's bitch. Sorry, I got that from Boondocks. But yeah, with all this, the fear pox that they're starting to put out there, hopefully they don't shut down the country again. Because I would like to go to a convention. I was the guy chatting in Twitch, but nicest. Oh yeah, Robbie Gross in there. There you go. He on both channels. That's what's up. Alright, you take care, Robbie G. Until next time, may the dream stay alive. The dream for good comics, that is. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here for now, and I'm gonna I still gotta share this in Comicsgate, so I'll go ahead and put that in there. And yeah, Thursday and Friday, that's what I'm shooting for. I should have them up soon, you know, the scheduled times that they'll be available, and we're gonna pick back up from there and keep it rolling, you know. So y'all take care. I gotta get the hell out of here. I wish I could stay longer, but I only get 4 hours in a day during the week. Said you wanted to tell you finish your latest documentary series. All right, cool. Yeah, let me know about that offline, man. I gotta go. All right, cool. We will definitely catch up. See y'all Thursday and Friday, and we'll see what the hell is going on then. Unye, Aye, later day. I think I got that right.